Hi, I'm Liam, and here is a pick a card reading for today. I think this is just gonna be just a general reading for the collective, 3 piles, and just take what resonates and leave the rest. Feel free to, I'm gonna say which deck is each, and you can pause and pick a pile then, or you can just watch the whole thing and see how you feel. All right. First, we got just classic Waite deck, with a little piece of wood from a carving, and then we have a Thoth, I might be saying that wrong, deck. That one has a little acorn as the symbol. And then we have the Crow Tarot deck. And that has a leaf that I found on a walk today. All right. Let's get into it. These cards are all a little bit slippy. Slipping and sliding all over the place. I hope whenever this finds you, that you're doing okay, that you are resting and taking time for yourself, and I hope that you are engaging in activities that bring you joy, whatever those may be. Today is a Sunday where I am, and it was quite cold this morning, but it's really nice weather this afternoon, so that's good. I'm not always sure what to say aside from the weather, so I think that I'm talking about that a lot. Ooh, those ones? Jeez, okay. Let's go with that. Alright. Okay, jeez. So we got the King of Swords, the Chariot, King of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and a Two of Pentacles. This feels like you, this feels like a reminder, of like where you've come from, these cards, to where you're going, and a reminder that like you've come a long way and you've made it through a lot, and so these other things that aren't like crazy heavy or crazy difficult, they're just new experiences, that you're more than capable of handling them. So the King of Swords is, he's a ruler who rules with wisdom and intellect and a fair, equanimity, right? He's not overly emotional. He's not overly passionate. He does the what he views as the fair thing, and you hold that stance with grace and in a confidence about who you are. And this in the chariot here is a testament to your ambition and your growth and your ability to accomplish the things that you set your mind to. And also with this King of Pentacles, we've got major king energy here. And that is it's telling us that you're resourced in the way that you need to be, and it might not be traditional like financial ways, but maybe you like always land on your feet. You always, the money comes in when you need it. You have food growing around you. You have access to people who can help you when you need it. So the King of Pentacles is reminding you that you have the resources you need to accomplish the things you set your mind to. So it very much feels like this is the energy. These are the qualities that you have or need to adapt in order to kind of move through this next phase. And it sort of feels like that's like maybe just like the next season, the next few months, where things are a little bit dicier, not in any sort of intense way, but just in a way that is new experiences. Like the Page of Wands is beginner, doing something you haven't done before, and it feels like you're juggling a lot, right? And this could, with Earth, this could be juggling family responsibilities, or maybe there's some health issues you have going on. Maybe there's a new health journey that you're going on, starting. It's going to feel rocky at times, and it's going to feel difficult, but this very much is telling you that like you have the things you need to make it through this time. And this time also doesn't feel super long. So yeah, that felt pretty clear. Hopefully that resonated with some of you. And yeah, okay. Let's move on to our Thoth deck. Okay, let's see what we get here. Any messages for the collective at this moment? Any additional messages or readings for the collective in this moment? messages. All right. Okay, we have. Sorry, I was trying to make sure I get the order right. Okay. We have the Prince of Cups, Love, the Prince of Discs, the Devil, and the Ten of Wands, which is oppression also. So the Prince of Cups feels, it's water, feels emotional. Well, this Love is the Two of Cups. I don't read from this deck very often. Two of Cups. Yeah, I think the Prince of Cups has the potential to be overwhelmed and overrun and ruled by emotions. But like what's coming out to me in this card is that he's in control. He has the reins, and he's not quite a master of his emotions, but he's capable of contending with them, capable of flowing through them. There's not a lot of resistance there. And as this moves into the Two of Cups, that is very relational. So this could be the beginning of a new relationship, or honestly, it feels more like a yearning for love and maybe trying to make something out of something that's not there. Maybe it could be some form of miscommunication. So like you want a long-term partnership and the person you're with maybe just wants something fun and easy and short-term and something like that. So it could be like there's this mixed match of what you want and what they want. I think especially with this Prince of Discs, what's coming forward to me is that it's has the potential to be something that's just physical. And I think that especially with this Devil card and then the Ten of Wands, it's giving the impression that you want more than they're capable of giving you, and in the long run it's for the best, right? If you pursue this, if you make this into something that it's not, or maybe into something that they're telling you they don't want, or maybe it's not even them, maybe it's your own intuition telling you that is something you really don't want. I think if you make it into something, then it's gonna be some intense change and heartbreak on the other side. A lot of like intense fire energy is what I'm feeling here. I think, let's see, is there any, let's see, what's the way through this? What's the way through this? Okay, that's not super helpful. The way through this is the Death card, and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, I think the way through this is you have to make a hard choice, which is either ending it now when things are still fresh and fun and easy, and knowing it's not exactly what you want, and so you both can come away from that with a positive sense of what happened. Or you can keep pursuing it and then just acknowledge that on the other side of it, there's going to be this death process. There's going to be a lot of shift and change and hard conversations and self-reckoning, and some realization that it's just ultimately it's up to you, and it depends on what you want to experience, and you get to choose that. You get to be the decider of your fate here. So yeah, good luck. I think whatever decision you make, there is some tough things on the other side of it, but you get to decide what you feel capable of dealing with and what you want to deal with. That's up to you. All right. Let's move on to our crow deck. That is the leaf. The last one was the acorn. All right. Cruising through these today. Any messages for the collective? Anyone need insight and guidance today? Any messages for the collective? Anyone coming through that needs guidance? Wisdom or questions answered today? These cards are really slippery. Keep turning all around. Oh gosh. Jeez. It's keeps flipping all about. Let's see, we got 2. Any more cards? Not that many cards. Any more cards? I haven't really been using this deck much, but then since it's starting to be springtime where I live, the crows are back, and so I've been seeing them a lot and feeling a little bit more connected to that. So I felt a little bit more connected to this deck as of late. Yeah. Let's see, we got 3 cards. Any more cards? Any more cards? Might just be the 3. Okay. This card. Okay. So we got the 2 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the Empress, and the 10 10 of sticks. Wands. Sticks. I said sticks because I was talking to my friend the other day, and she was like, 10 of wands, that's too many sticks. You can't carry that many sticks. So now I will never forget that as a reference to the 10 of wands. It's too many wands. How is one supposed to carry that many wands? Okay. The 2 of wands, to me, today is feeling a lot like friendship, like working together, like having someone's back, moving into the Page of Pentacles, and this feels also like working together in this deck too. They're gathering food together. And the Page of Pentacles can be, it can be a little bit of, the page can be a little bit naive. It can be starting something new, especially in regards to Pentacles, which should be like starting a new career, starting a new opportunity. Also, Pentacles is Earth, and so there could be like wanting to start a new Earth related hobby, like gardening, or just being outside more, hiking. With this 2 of wands, I think that maybe I think there's a sense of wanting to begin something new. No, this doesn't feel like a love relationship, but it could be a friendship, and I think maybe there's some encouragement to, do mundane activities with someone, if that's something that you're thinking. It could also be, I think that, let's see, especially with this, I'm confused at how this reading is ending with the 10 of wands and the Empress. The Empress always reads to me as like fertility, as like creative becoming, like bringing things into reality. It's almost like this very like creation, like birthing something, is how she reads to me normally. And with these other cards, I'm feeling a little bit confused. Let's see. Can we get some clarification here? The 6 of wands. This is like, is this like a familial? Is this like a family? Family thing? Maybe you're struggling with your relationship to your family. I think you could be having a hard time connecting with I don't necessarily usually see the Empress as like mom, but that's what's coming out for me here is like, um, yeah, almost instead of like having each other's backs, maybe you're kind of like, like not seeing the other person's perspective, and you're sort of like fighting a little bit, um, but not very effectively because your backs are to each other. And I think this is the Page of Pentacles is asking you to um, if you want to shift this relationship, you need to see them with fresh eyes, and um, yeah, but that really doesn't make sense either because this Ten of Wands. I think that okay, let's put it this way. If you want to maintain a relationship with a parent, or if you're wanting to shift how your mom sees you, that's never going to happen through you. Well, it might never happen. She might never see you in the way you specifically want her to see you. It might be just a disappointing battle, you might just always be carrying too many sticks. And I think you're coming at it from a very like it's me against maybe your whole family, maybe you're the black sheep of the family. Especially with this Six of Wands, how this grows up here, and then these ones are all down here together. So it feels very ostracizing, and it feels like you're bidding for connection, right? Your backs to each other, but then you're trying to help out. You're trying to be in relationship, and I don't think it's a matter of like cutting someone off completely if you guys can respect each other. Obviously, if that's not a possibility and there's abuse or whatever the situations are, you need to protect your own peace. But I think there's like just an acknowledgement maybe, or an acceptance that this is how it is. This is how she is. This is how you are, and there's not a way like you're looking at totally different things, right? You're looking at totally different things, like the different colors on either side of this card. You see the world so differently, and as much as you put in effort to shift that and to get her, as much as you try and get her to see the world from your perspective and to be on your side, it's just gonna feel like too many sticks, and you're gonna just be up here kind of by yourself. And I think the way through it is acceptance that this is what it is. Sometimes people don't change. Sometimes they stay the same, and it can be easier to be in relationship with them, acknowledging that they're not going to change, but you can still, this is like disappointment and despair. Not necessarily a good advice card, which is what I was asking for. I think the way through this is just acceptance and an awareness that this is just who she is, and maybe through acceptance things could shift. And if you open your mind to allowing her to be a different person, allowing your projections of each other to dissolve. There could be something on the other side, but I don't think you should. In this moment, it doesn't feel like you should hold out hope for that. It feels like you should just accept that this is what it is. So yeah, that feels hard, really hard. Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, I'm sorry that you're going through that. That's rough. And I hope you can find some peace in the acceptance of that. All right. Hope wherever this finds you, you're doing okay.